Hello everyone, this is Aki here from Tablet Pharmacy in Parksville, your local pharmacist, and today I'm going to talk about mental health. Now, it's a growing concern, and definitely with everyone staying indoors, we have never stayed indoors so much in our life maybe. And there was a big movement before all of this that we need to get outdoors and be more interactive and things like that, which is good for your mental health. And of course that's true, and then all of a sudden we were incorporating that in our lifestyle, and it kind of reversed on us, and we now have to stay indoors for our safety and that of others. So it's challenging, especially with the more you stay indoors, it could be possible that it starts to affect you mentally and your mood. So that's what this video is going to cover, about a few strategies that can help you cheer up. So first thing is boost your brain power. Now, I'm not going to talk about a supplement here or something like that, but basically when it comes to mental health, we just kind of pretty much correlate it with relaxation, and which is good. But actually, even challenging your brain and accomplishment and achievement is also something that kind of generates endorphins. So there are two ways you can achieve that. First is problem solving, and second is experimentation. Now, the kind of problem solving is like, which challenges your brain, kind of, puzzles or math problems. That is, if you like math, that is. Games like Sudoku, and there are several other resources out there that kind of, are fun, and also, give your brain a subtle sense of, inspiration to go on, and, your neurons are focusing on a single activity because the brain needs to exhaust its power to solve that. And in the process, it also takes you off of the circling thoughts. Second is experimentation, but what kind of experimentation? Main is, it has to have a predefined desired outcome, which is challenging to achieve, but doable. So it could be things like a cooking experiment, fun science experiment, but the key is for both the techniques, that is problem solving or experimentation, is you work your strength. So you start with something that's that you have skill sets about and you're self-confident about. That kind of boosts your morale, and then go towards the tougher tasks. Second thing is self-awareness. Now, self-awareness is a meditation technique. There are several good apps out there like Headspace, Calm, and there could be others that you could try as well. But they teach techniques like noting and self-observation, which kind of helps you in terms of not only just keeping calm, but also to note the underlying quality of your mood and the emotional quality that you're present in right now. That kind of also helps you determine the actions that you might or might not take, or things that you might or you might not like. So this is kind of observing yourself externally, kind of like a third-party view, which is of course very unique to us human beings. And why not use this technique right now, since we need it the most. Third thing is called, basically, a lot of patients and I too as well feel that we cannot go out a lot, and that's true. We are staying more and more indoors. We cannot physically also go to different locations. But what I've found is, we can be a tourist in our own town. We can welcome nature in our life and see what it has to offer. We might just be surprised by discovering new hikes and trails and things like that. Second is one of the techniques that I was reading and which I found very interesting was euphoric recall of physical setting. So what it means is that, let's say you have a good memory with your friends or family, let's say at a beach, for example. You go to that beach and also recollect what happened, the pleasant experience. It kind of takes you back to that memory lane and makes you feel good. And you can also add a few things by yourself, like you can give your friends a call or family a call while you are just at the beach, or remembering them, or whatever kind of pleasant physical space that you want to revisit. It kind of motivates you to revisit that again and again and again. Your brain kind of forms that habit loop of feeling good. So whenever you are in that physical space, you feel just good. So it could be a local space that you might need to find. Of course, we can't travel a lot, but that's one of the techniques. The other technique that I read about was letting your untold story out. Now, researchers have shown that on and often that whenever your brain kind of lets its exhaustion out and lets your story out, it feels good. Now, we don't need to gather the people that have acted upon in a way that made us feel that way and it's still kind of bothering us, but just writing it down on a piece of paper, and not just writing it down, but writing it down as a letter. You also put it in a letter, and then you don't address it to anyone, just like, say to dad or mom or whatever, or the friend, or even to yourself. But no address. You actually have a physical stamp on it, and then you put it in the mailbox. Now, this whole activity kind of subconsciously makes your brain feel that it has actually done something to let it out. And subjects that did this way felt that as if they communicated this, but actually it just was an activity, but it's all about tricking your mind. So that's one of the things. Fifth thing, and it's important because right now we might be alone and thinking of things that we shouldn't be thinking of, and this is one of the things that kind of helps cross it off the list. Other thing is physical feedback loops. Now, let's say you could smile for no good reason. You could be laughing for no good reason. There's people who do laughter therapy. They laugh, and you see a bunch of people laughing even there's nothing going on, but it actually works. You can dance. All of these activities, they have a positive feedback loop, and after some time just start feeling good, because it's correlated to that feeling. So it's something that you can definitely give it a try. Won't cost a thing for sure, and if not, you would have danced a little bit and just have burned some calories. The other thing that I read across was exercise. Now, it's it's a very cliche thing that exercise improves your health, like mental health and also physical health, but how to do exercise when you can't get too much outdoors, especially sometimes weather might not be that supportive. So I found few things like pedal exercisers. They're like small bikes, like around $150 in price range, and they're really good. They just sit down the floor, and you can just use it as a cycle, as an arm cycle or also as a foot cycle. So you could be pedaling while you're watching TV or something. And then you don't need to have a big set of dumbbells or something. You can have resistant bands. They are lightweight but provide enough resistance as if you're doing weight-bearing exercises. So kind of few cheap fixes here that can help you exercise at home, especially when you can't go too much outside. So these are just few strategies. There could be several others out there. Now, of course, these are easier said than done, but it is possible, and it could be of great help to you. But if, let's say, you're feeling too down, too low, and to a point that you feel suicidal or something, call 811. It's the nurses hotline. They would provide all the resources and guide you through. Nurses are kind of like doctors, but a bit nicer. So also, if something that we can help with or you'd like to discuss with us, feel free to give us a call or drop in at the pharmacy. But once again, it's tough. It's easier said than done, but hopefully that this is the last year that we hear about COVID restrictions, and then it's all gone. But we are in this together, and stay safe, and thank you for watching the video, and take care. Thank you, and have a nice day. Bye.